Okay, well, we're here with Kevin Robinson, winemaker from Brassfield Estate Winery, and we're here in the High Valley appellation in Lake County, and Kevin's going to give us a little bit of why High Valley, why Lake County, and what's going on here at Brassfield. Kevin.
Well, I'm going to do it my best shot here.
Okay.
So we are standing in the beautiful High Valley appellation, or AVA, American Viticultural Area as it's known, established in 2005. We learned early on that this beautiful valley here that we're looking at encompasses some really unique properties, and you know, you're either unique or you're not, and we certainly are here. From the temperatures and the cooling that we see in evenings, the diurnal swings of temperature from 90 average temperatures in the summer to the 40s and 50s at nighttime, we get these beautiful conditions for world-class quality fruit. A lot of this is the geology that formed this valley. The geological properties of the county itself are very volcanic, and so here too we see the same thing. Behind me here is the little Round Mountain volcano. It's a cinder cone that formed here some 10-20,000 years ago. Its lava flows dammed up the watershed here, and backward behind it here filled up with a giant lake. And then over the countless millennia, the erosion from these hills, which is all what the soils here that these vineyards grow upon, is all parent material from these volcanic and Franciscan shales that allow beautiful drainage for just the best kind of fruit you could ask for. The cooler temperatures allow for better acid retention, allow for longer hang time, so that we get a little bit more the fruit concentration and a little more extraction and really good flavor development out of this fruit here. We grow 21 varieties because we have a lot of different microclimates here on about 260 acres of estate vineyards.
Great. Now, Kevin, you mentioned that you had started out down in Rutherford in the Napa area and came up here about 10 years ago with Mr. Brassfield, the owner, and kind of what was some of the motivation that prompted you guys to pick this area, pick Lake County, and all that good stuff?
Well, Jerry had this property for some almost 40 years now as a cattle ranch, and it's almost 2,500 acres here. And I had worked with a little bit of fruit from the other side of the valley, the Clay Shannon farms, and it's some Syrah, and I took it to Rutherford Hill and made a really beautiful, high color extracted Syrah with lovely varietal character. And so I was already up here snooping around. I lived in this county for long before I moved here or started working with Jerry, but I saw a lot of potential in this region, and which prompted me to really study it and learn more about it. And here we found that this valley floor is so cold that we can grow some cooler climate varieties such as Riesling, Gewürztraminer, Pinot Grigio, and even Pinot Noir here in an inland area like Lake County.
So you mentioned that this was a bit of an intersection of cold airflow. Can you explain that a little bit?
Certainly. Because we are orientated east-west, it's a lateral laid-out valley, which is unique and different from most of the coastal ranges up and down California, which run north and south. We sit proximity to the lake right off its shore, and between Mount Konocti and the High Valley Ridge here, we see this onshore airflow every afternoon. We get these winds coming through the saddles that have been cooled across the lake, and they settle here in this totally enclosed valley. There's no outlet here except for a small little creek at the other end, and so it can go nowhere but pool and settle at the bottom. We back up here to Mendocino National Forest, which go up to 7,000 foot peaks, and we're here at about 500 feet above lake level at almost 1,800 feet in elevation where we stand at sea level. So our grapes even go up to almost 3,000 feet for some of the red varieties.
Great. So down here on the floor, it's primarily white varietals. Is that correct, in Pinot Noir?
Primarily whites and Pinot Noir, exactly.
Okay, great. And what are the red varietals you guys do up on the slopes?
On the hills tops, we'll do Zinfandel, many of the Rhones, Syrah, Mourvedre, Grenache, Petite Syrah, and we dabble a little bit in the Bordelais as well, so Cab, Merlot, and so on.
Excellent. Great. Well, thanks. I think our next stop is you'll show me a few soil samples inside, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Okay, so we're back with Kevin Robinson here. We're inside their office space and temporary tasting room at Brassfield Estate Winery, and he's going to show us a little bit about the soils they got going on here in High Valley.
Three major types here. Mostly on the valley floor we have our sandy loam, alluvial type soils coming off these hills that you can see are mostly sandy and loamy. Not much, if any, clay to speak of in these type of soils. On the hillsides here, more Franciscan and shales, broken shale that you see here, with a little dusting of volcanics from the Mount Konocti eruptions over the countless millions of years of activity that it had. Then you've got over on our east side, around our little cinder cone called Round Mountain, we have the very distinctive red soils and more of the crushed sand, volcanic sand that you see from our volcanic ridge vineyard. A lot of very, very well drained. In fact, our grapes are practically grown hydroponically. As we water them, we have to almost re-water them. They drain so quickly. Pretty much the same throughout here, just increasing degrees of drainability on all these soils. So it's a winemaker's dream and viticulturist to have those kind of opportunities to grow these kind of grapes here.
Very good. So High Valley provides a lot of opportunity, a lot of different varietals, different soil types, great climate condition.
To grow some of the best grapes in the world. And having worked in all four North Coast counties, I find that this one is the most promising for me so far.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, Kevin. I appreciate it.
Thank you.